Hello, beloved. Whenever and wherever you are as you watch this, it's good to be with you. It's good to have this opportunity to speak to you. It's been, for me, more than 4 weeks since I have, or almost 4 weeks, maybe exactly 4 weeks, since I've done one of these moments. You may have seen all the moments in the interim. I spent the several weeks before I left on vacation pre-recording, planning for and pre-recording these moments. And so this is the first time I've done it, really in 4 weeks. And so it's good to be with you. It's good to come to share a thought that I had. I don't know about you, but I like to remind myself on a regular basis about you and about myself. You are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. That is just a truth I have come to know. While I was away and resting, I didn't spend much time in social media. I didn't watch TV until the next to the last day before I came back. And even then, it was one movie, and I didn't miss it. I didn't miss all of the news in my feed. I did periodically look at Facebook and like things that I like to like when I saw pictures and other kinds of things. Today, I want to talk to you about the things that upset us. And I want to take just a moment to share with you what I think about that, what I've come to believe about that from a spiritual perspective. For most all of my life, when I saw something I thought was wrong, or and by wrong, I mean not factual or not the way I saw the world. In either case, those things have upset me. They still do sometimes. When I saw things that I knew to not be factually true, but just a regurgitation of some person in the public eye who might not tell the truth at all, I got upset. Now, I don't want to tell you, there are two things that are important when something is wrong in the world. Well, there's really one thing that's important, and there's one thing that's not. The getting upset about it is not. Now, I want you to listen to me for just a moment. Being upset about something absolutely does nothing except upsets you. That might not sound right. We've been conditioned and raised to believe that we need to get people upset about something so that we can motivate them to do something about that. Political parties use this principle constantly, and we are conditioned to get upset about things. And it might drive us to the polls or make us want to do something. But the truth is, if you think something is right, you should do it. And if you think something is wrong and there's something you can do about it, then you should. But you do not need, I don't need, we don't need to let ourselves get upset about it. You'll hear more about this coming Sunday. I'm going to be starting a new sermon series. If you watch our sermons at Messages from St. James. But I want to say to you that a good tool that might be good for you, certainly has been for me, is the Serenity prayer. Now, I don't always remember it. And we only use everything, the most popularized part of it is only the first three lines. Give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. None of that speaks to you about getting upset about it. It speaks, in fact, about being serene about the things you can't change, simply receiving it. There are people in the world that when I hear them, my propensity is to get upset. And the only one that really affects, it's not the person who's doing anything. I'm not changing them by being upset. I'm changing my demeanor, changing my experience of life by being upset. Doesn't do a thing to the other person. Now, it can make me so upset that I scream or yell or become angry or weep or any of those kinds of things. I'm not saying that having emotions is bad. It's not. But getting upset about things in the world that we cannot change, or even the ones that we can, don't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference to be upset. It makes a difference to change, to have the courage to change the things that you can, and the serenity to accept the things you cannot. Then you can enter into life without reacting to everything that comes along. I still react sometimes to things that appear on my Facebook feed. My current process then is to hide whatever that person is for 30 days. I do it. If you've ever been hidden by me, you may or may not know. I don't know if Facebook says, hey, James hid you. I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. But I do that. Why? Because I don't need to be upset about it. And apparently I have not reached a place completely where I don't become upset about it. And I want you to think about this, and you certainly can respond. You can disagree with me, and if you have some thoughts about it, you're certainly welcome to respond in the various, depending on where you're watching this, you have the opportunity to respond to it as you choose. But I just want you to think about for a moment that the things that you may perceive as wrong in this world, if you can do something about it, have the courage to do that. If you cannot, you do not have the power to do anything about it, learn to serenely accept it and develop, encourage, welcome the wisdom that lets you know the difference between the two. Perhaps the first thing you should ask, that I should ask, that we should ask when something upsets us is what can I do about this thing? What can I do about it? If I can't do anything, breathe into the moment and let it go. If there's something I can do, instead of getting all worked up about it, do that thing. Do that thing. And cultivate within yourself, as you ask that question, the wisdom to know the difference between the things you really can change and the things that you can't. Because there are plenty of things in this world that I have no power to change. And there are plenty of things in this world that I do. And so I'm going to do my best to change the things that I can without being upset about them. Simply try to do the things that I can. And the things that I can't, I'm going to let go. Because getting worked up about them only robs me of life. It doesn't help anyone. So the next time you see that upsetting commercial, you can change away from it. You can ask yourself the question, what can I do about it? And if the answer is absolutely nothing, let it go. Breathe, let it go. If there's something you can, then do that thing. Have courage to do the thing about it. But in either case, getting worked up and upset about things does absolutely nothing to anyone but the one who is upset, whether it's you or me. So in the midst of it all, that's my thoughts for today. Coming back, having just come back from vacation, I invite you to ponder them yourself, to respond if you so desire, but to remember in the midst of it, whether you respond or not, that you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. Whether or not you agree with me or anyone else, you are. You are a gift. So until the next time I'm with you, I wish you all the best.